Hey everybody, Wild Armenian, Brian the Rat Ride, carport builder, whatever you want to call me. Just don't call me late for lunch. And if you do, please feed me. Not really. I always say that, but heaven knows I don't need to eat too much more. Oh, Lord have mercy on me. And he does. That's that old truck I was telling y'all about, that 50 or 40, yeah, 50 to 50. 48, 49, whatever. I have to look at the paperwork on it, but it doesn't matter. I got a problem here. Now, here's a chassis I have, short wheelbase, and this is a 48, 49, 51, 52 Ford F-Series one short wheelbase. And this was a hot rod, whatever, somebody's at one time. And I want to build a truck. I got a Flathead Merc engine, and so I need these right here in good shape. Well, here we go. We got one that, you know, when they put their engine in there, they cut that side off to clear whatever, the oil filter, what have you. So, and then they also cut cross member here in the back, and they put a I think it was a C6 Ford transmission in there so to make it work. And unfortunately, that all ain't gonna work with my Flathead. Now, that part with the C6 may work because I may go with an adapter kit and put a C6 or ALDL automatic overdrive from behind that Flathead. For the economy and the highway cruiser. But that's what I want to do. And now this truck here, you say, well, why don't you just use the chassis on this one? Well, somebody put a 302 in this. This is a street rod. And if you look, and it's not too bad, but they cut, well, let me get in there. See the hole they cut out of that to make that work, you know, to get that 302 in there to clear the fuel pump, you know. And so it's just a shame, you know. Say, man, couldn't you go to electric fuel pump? Leave my chassis alone. And they also welded some brackets there for the 302, which is okay. I mean, it worked back then. They did what they had to do, you know. Well, on the Flathead, let me go back to this chassis here. Flatheads on this year, now the automobiles were different. They had kind of a different mount, but on the Flatheads on the pickup trucks, they had this style of bracket, motor mount bracket, that was riveted, pop riveted to the, not pop riveted, riveted to the chassis. And the motor mount went here, in that hole. Yeah. Motor mount went there, in that hole-ish area. And and the motor mount, the other part that was on the motor was the water pump. So the water pump was acting like a motor mount, believe it or not. These old Flatheads, let me get around here. Let's give me this old Argosy. We're going to keep our mind off that Argosy right now, but let me get us over to here to the container here in my parts room slash hoarder room, I guess, if you want to call it that way. Anyway, I hope we can see this better. Get back here. Okay. Now, these are the water pumps. There we go, we're focused. Focus, I say. And I'm gonna see, there's the water pumps. And let me take one of these bad boys out here. So, get out here in the light. I see the light. I see the light. I said in the light. Here's the water pump. We're walking over to the frame. But, yeah, back in the day, you know, let's put a 302 or small block Chevy. Yeah. It's oddly enough that I have these trucks that all had small block Chevys. Well, there you go. And there's a part that's cut out, see? Well, that would have went like that. See, and I should have grabbed the right side, but there you go. Kind of give you an idea. Well, that one's gone there. So, get back over to this one here. And see, they built a big old motor mount there for that thing. But see, they left that one there. They weren't ready for I guess trailer queen status. They just threw a 302 in there. Hey, we made it work. They probably got it out of some old pickup truck. It was totaled. And that's got a C4 on it, that truck there. And they made it work, you know. Hey, what the heck? I've done the same thing too. I put it, you know, hell, I got a Chrysler and a 48 Ford, so, you know, I've made it work, you know. There's my old comfort chair, man. I sit back there when I make the fire, you know, burn. You didn't see the cardboard. I don't burn cardboard. Never mind, you saw that. No. But anyway, we're getting up to the carport here. Remember, huh? Rat ride, carport biller. But anyway, here we go. And we're going to show you this flathead. Here she be. I'm going to put this old water pump. There you go. Now, here she be. Okay. Heavy ass old chains off of there. There's the old murky engine. Old flathead Merc motor. It had a little bit more horsepower, a little bit more compression. And see, the motor mount's different. If you notice here, they've got the holes that on the 50s, people will correct me, but 47 maybe, 48, the 51 Mercs, probably longer too, because this is a 52 engine. And around the last years of making the flatheads, and then they went to the Y motor, overhead valve engine with this, and this is the flathead. The valves are in the block, and that's why we call it flathead. Anyway, the bolts went this way. There was a bracket on the cars, and you saw the truck, and my old forgetfulness, I just laid the water pump down. There you go. There you go. Here's the flathead. Oh boy. Let me get, what am I out? Oh, I'm in the shade. There we go. And there is, back in the shade. Back in the shade. Oh boy, here we go. There's how the trucks were. And if I can get you in there, and that's how the cars were. And I'm sure the shoebox was that way too. You know, I've worked on shoe boxes in the past, but a lot of the shoe boxes I worked on over the years were street rods, and they had 302s and 350 Chevys, and I couldn't tell you. I'd be honest with you, really couldn't tell you. But I know on the Mercs, they were that way. And I'm pretty sure all the trucks I've dealt with over the years definitely I've had some old F1 series trucks with the flathead, and they all had that right there. And I can't tell you even the years down to the 30s. The 32 was, I believe, was the first year of the flatheads, and I really can't tell you because be honest with you, I haven't worked on any of those that had the flatheads. The ones I did, the 32s and the Model Ts, and I had a Model T coupe that had a small block Chevy. So, I really can't tell you because I didn't have the opportunity to work on the ones that had the original engines in them. And that was the thing back in the day. Oh, rip that old flathead out. And this is a 51 long bed 3/4 ton. I believe this is an F3. I think this is an F3. It's got the heavy duty rear end. And I'll show you the motor mounts here. This had the engine in it. It was trashed. And there you go. I'm going to turn the camera. I don't mean to make you seasick, but see the motor mounts and the water pump go right there. Both sides. Gee, I should have brought the water. And look at that one there. See, it's got, hang, doggone it. There you go. And that's what she looks like stock. I mean, they're basically the same. This is their 3/4 ton truck. And this is what they look like. The half tons look like this also. You got your shock brackets. And these were all, street riders love these. Matter of fact, you can buy these in the Speedway catalog. These repops for the shock, you know, for building your little projects. I've used them before too, but I always scabbed them off old trucks. But so there you go. So that's what we're up to again. So what I'm going to do is, like I promised you, I'm going to go ahead and start on that 49 Ford truck, and I'm going to start building it with Flathead. And that Flathead I showed you, that Merc, supposedly it's good, you know. Supposedly it's good. The guy said it was good. He has corks all in it. They pulled the engine. Not this engine. This is what I just showing you, another old Flathead. It's no good. See that nice healthy crack in the motor? Oh yes. It's no good. It's cracked, you know. If you want it, you're welcome to come and get it. But yeah, that Merc engine I showed you there in the carport. Well, that engine, supposedly it was pulled back. Story went, it was pulled back in 1978 out of a Mercury, geez, I think they said a 49 Merc, and they put a small block Chevy in it. And the guy said that engine ran. Didn't say how good it ran, but he said it ran. And they put corks in every orifice on that engine. So, you know, it tells me that those corks are like brittle, man. They've been in there, God, 40 years now, right? So the corks are really brittle. I haven't messed with them. I did take the spark plugs out and put marble mist oil in every cylinder, which it had been done over the years also, because the guys that pulled it out, they were mechanics and they knew to do that, you know. So it's been preserved. It's been pickled. It's been pickled with marble mist oil. And I'm a pickle too. I'll never be a cucumber. Oh Lord. And that's another thing too, you know. None of us are perfect. And me either, man. I'm going to speak for myself. Maybe some people think they are, but that's okay too. Gotta love them too. But you know, I'm also glad, really am. I'm also glad that I'm able to do this. Hell, I'm 64 years old. I'm still working full time. It's getting rough on me, but you know, I'm grateful that I can do it. I'm going to do it as long as I can. I'm going to go on Medicare here shortly when I turn 65 in December, and I'm just saving up for my little projects. I got enough projects. I'm going to keep a lot of YouTube material on and for you folks, and I'm going to have a lot of subject matters. I got a lot of projects, and ain't that I've been purposely neglecting those projects. It's just I haven't had time. And of course, my little ordeal back in Memorial Day when I got the chainsaw to the old leg, and there's the leg. It's getting better. She's getting better. It's been an open wound. I have to dress it twice a day, pack it with what do you call that? The white stuff. I can't even think of it. But anyway, pack it twice a day, and it's getting better. It's getting better. So yeah, it's healing up pretty good. So I know I learned to respect chainsaws now when I work and use the proper safety gears. You know, that's, you know, it's like not using the proper safety gears. Using a chainsaw is like going to a wire wheel and wire brushing a part for a car without any goggles, safety goggles on. You know, so you know, you learn. At least this hardhead learns. You know, like I said, I'm 64 and I'm still learning. I guess the day I quit learning is when you guys bury me or cremate me or say give me my last rites. But until then, I'm going to just keep plugging along. Well, I've rattled enough. thank God I'm alive. Thank God if you're listening to this, thank God you're alive. And please like and subscribe to my channel. I need all the help I can. And God bless you. And I'll see you on the flip side. Adios.